Hello everybody, welcome back to Mad Art of Paradise, and today, okay, just to clarify, I was supposed to do a stream on Monday, but I wound up getting a little bit sick, earlier this week, and I'm like, I don't want to be doing a stream when I can barely keep myself awake, so I couldn't do Monday stream, so I'm doing one today and continuing the storyboard once I figure out what I'm gonna do about the music and dance part here. Oh goodness, the craziest I gotta deal with. That and also I don't have the brace on anymore, but the finger is still recovering and such. So if anyone's curious as to how my finger's doing, let me just fix my camera. So if anyone's curious as to how my finger's managing, it's doing alright. And everything. Like, it's managing and such. Can't really complain about it. Make sure that's a little bit more full in. And have a little preview of what we have so far. What?
The kingdom is so lovely, her legacy so proud. But what exactly will you see if you look past the shroud? Thanks to the forest boundary, there's no need to dismay. Yet there's one simple mystery we think about all day. Hey, have you heard? There's a secret here in SunTrust. Have you heard what they're saying of this beast? Although the queen did not survive, inside our heart she's still alive. But what's behind the border? Will the answer be released? It's a secret, a legend, a mystery. Something whispered in an alleyway or through a crack. It's a rumor that's part of our history. Deep within the darkness in the enchanted forest lies a demon who can anytime attack. I bet he's large and scary, with teeth so sharp and mauled. With just one single glance at him, you'd be appalled. We're safe inside our borders, and he will be okay. The thought of such a monster makes you want to run away.
And at that point, that's where we left off. I got no idea what I'm gonna do for the song part because this does kind of continue on. Yeah. And like, I don't know what I'm gonna do for that music part because it kind of goes on for a while.
It's the secret, the legend.
And then we got Fluttershy. So at some point, yeah, more dancing, but eventually we're gonna want to build it up to Fluttershy being here. There's the wrong thing. I'm just gonna put a 4. But I would help if I had the right color again. So again, question mark galore. And then we got Fluttershy thing in here, so let me just hear what her part is.
It's the secret, the legend, the mystery. The story of my mother, which my father hides. I'm so curious.
Whoa! That's how they smacked me out of nowhere. Yeah, and just a heads up, because I'm still kind of recovering, and everything, like, had a really bad, like, pretty much ate some bad food before, so still recovering from that, so I'm only gonna have this going for an hour. So, let me see something. like just trying to come up with an idea what to do for the mid session and such. But if anybody have any questions, just let me know, and I'll do what I can to answer them. Just checking the chat.
It's the secret, the legend, the mystery, the story of my.
Okay, so gonna have her ponder. And there goes my phone. And of course, gotta have the little cloak on still. And such, because she is technically trying to hide from the crowd. And such, because after all, royalty can't be seen outside the castle. At least from what I understood. A little idea of where the eye is supposed to be looking. Of course, kind of put Twilight in there. Can't have Fluttershy without Twilight, unfortunately. I mean, she's gonna be a little bit more blurred out and such because it is not her part. But I just want to kind of make sure her presence is still there. So I can kind of put her more in the shot. Such like, I mean, we'll figure it out as we go.
Secret, the legend.
Have her look up on a legend, a mystery, and start at the mystery part. Have her start turning her head. other than that, how everyone been doing today? Hopefully well and such. With so many artwork to do and whatnot. Had that. Kind of like not make it too like not have it too crazy in terms of movement because I also did realize that with the way that I got the animation going, I'm gonna have to do it more in Clip Paint Studio than I can in Photoshop and After Effects. Probably have a hood like an Assassin's Creed thing. I don't know. Yeah, had the storyboard going along, doing fun. And so it's got like maybe another minute, and then I gotta ink the whole thing. Well, not necessarily ink, but finalize a few more of the shots and everything, and eventually figure out how to do the smoky effect with After Effects.
It's the secret.
And hi, Sugar. How we doing? Definitely.
It's the secret, the legend, the mystery.
Yep, and then the mystery part, I'm gonna have her start turning, at least start turning her head. Yeah, but if anything, so am I, Sugar, and I'm the one that's working on the thing. I'm so happy to see that it's getting along. I absolutely scrunch this part a little bit more forward. And such, because at this point, it's supposed to be more like she's turning her head. Actually, hold on. I still got the spear there, so. Yeah, I'm kind of Frankensteining this a lot right now. In fact, but that's because I'm just trying to make that as smooth as possible. Yeah, it's like, see how I kind of got the whole head turning? I'll probably make the section probably a little bit smaller. Yeah, mystery. So let me just.
The legend, the mystery.
And then the secret. Actually, should I put it before or after?
The story of my mother.
Let me just put that part in the. Oh, nope.
It's the secret, the legend, the mystery.
Probably have it at this part where it's like another ankle is shown. Because Fluttershy is kind of looking yonder more towards the castle. This is like the most intense with the thing I ever done. Thank goodness the other song I'm doing is a little bit more steady. Yeah, Twilight again still looking Fluttershy. But the wings is going to always be the most challenging part when it comes to Ted because it's like, girls, you got wings! And such, like the most crazy parts. And also, gotta make sure we get the background. Such, maybe create some cobblestones. Or a better idea. Have it more zoomed in so that way it's kind of like still focusing on her, but that way I can at least create the other, like the other pony, like in the background, more shaded. So it's like, I don't know, like blah 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 blah. And such, cause no one's gonna want to pay attention to the background ponies in this part. Unless I'm wrong, and people want background ponies. But then that's just gonna add more detail work, and it's just like, yeah. Of course, the singing pony, yoink. I know she's in the audience. That's why I'm trying to. That's why it's like I kind of have her more like in the front and such. Like she got like first row seat of the performance and such. Cause if oh gosh, which scene was it again that I had it? So it's like anytime I created like this hooded pony like right here, that's Fluttershy. Like I said, I kind of got it set up where it's more the whole she's in the front row seat, so that way still bring attention to the fact that she is in the audience, like she's not hidden. But if I remember correctly, um, after the song, the singing pony eventually recognizes Fluttershy even with the hood on. So it kind of makes leading up to that interaction a little bit more possible because she's in the front row seat right in front of the singing pony. So the singing pony can actually see her. And it just makes an easier flow going up to the next scene and such. And then, of course, trying to do the background pony with other stuff. Like, even with something like this, like the tree is purposely going around the audience and a little bit within, so that's why it's like, okay, she's in the audience and such. And even over here, again, got the little hoodie thing for Fluttershy. So it's like she is in the audience. She's in the audience within reason. Again, hoodie figure. Like every time there's a little hoodie figure that I put in there, that's Fluttershy. So she is in the audience and such, and I pretty much was making sure she had like first row seat. And of course, I'm trying to start adding eyes and such. So, woohoo! Legend, a mystery. Probably having more. Ah, come on. There you go.
It's the secret, the legend, the mystery, the story of.
And then at that point, it would pretty much boink go to the castle. During my father hide.
Hides. I'm so curious and troubled by this history. I wish that I could know just what took place that fateful day. Just think of all the tales that could be weaved.
Yeah, so like I said, the song and dance part on the second part, I'm gonna probably look at some dancing reference just to get an idea of what to do. Have a laugh at the Dr. Pepper. And also pull up the reference for the castle, cause I can't remember. Oh goodness. Okay, just get over there. I can't remember what the castle looked like, so whoops. God, did I put in the character? Nope, not in that folder. But any other folder. There you go. Dang, the one thing I needed, I did not download it. Okay, time for the Discord chat. Time for the Discord chat because apparently I forgot to download the one image I need. Woof! Da-da-da-da. Whew. Sorry for yawning. I've been up since 6? I've been up really since 4, but I did take a nap earlier and such, so I could be able to do this, like around this timing. Let's see, scenery reference, yes please. Very basic castle looking, but alright. Guess I'm tired from being tired. Oh goodness. And such, so like I'm not gonna have the castle in like full range, like kind of have a little perspective going because gonna want to like kind of in the distance, and I'm just getting the shaping more or less figured out because again basing on reference here. Plus, I just want to make sure like there's houses, town. And if anything, I'm probably gonna double check with Sugar about kind of editing this to my own little vision of what I believe the castle could technically be, unless she's still watching. And in this case, Sugar, do I have your permission to get a little bit fancy with the castle? And everything. Yeah, but again, as if she's still watching. Oh, and I just left the chat. And such, because, like, I don't want to add too much where it's like it blows everyone else's designs out of the water, because yeah, we have our own interpretation, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know. Like, I don't want to do anything too fancy, where to the point that the audience expects it to be fancy, only for it to be very simple and such. But then again, I mean, that usually happens with art, like one's own interpretation, more or less. Plus, I'm trying not to have it where it's like the castle is completely noticeable. And such, like I'm gonna do a little bit more messing around with with town design later and such because like I don't want to go too overboard, but at the same time it's like I don't want to be revealing too much. Cause I want to do the whole castles in a far distance kind of idea. There, there. Oh, a bit over there. But other than that, hopefully everyone's having a fun time. And so if you got any questions, don't be afraid to ask. And such. And we do have the sketchwork thing at the whole like if you want a quick doodle or something like so and such. I do have that available. Like just do a minimum of $5 donation to our Streamlab, and we'll work on it in the current stream, or depending on time wise, it will be next stream and such. So, I mean, pretty much the gist of it. Probably have like the little castle wall going and such, cause I don't know. I gotta double check with Sugar about the whole. Is there like a castle wall kind of surrounding the town because the whole forest beast thing, or go get some clouds in there? Yeah, I'll probably leave it at that for now. Like, if Sugar wants me to, I can get a little bit fancy with this later. And such, like, even get all that fine detail with the bricks and whatnot. Yoink. Like, meh. Even the shingle. Hello! Shingles! I'm just doing chicken scratches everywhere. And such. And I know it probably seems weird that I have the castle kind of in view when Fluttershy said the story of my mother, which my father hide. But there's actually a reason why I did that setup. Because, like, it will do a slow kind of zoom. Or better yet, like, I don't know, like, maybe like a little bit of a font. Well, no. Actually, I got that reversed. The castle is a little bit of a lighter tone because it's in the distance. Like, all this background stuff is more in the distance. So don't be too light with it. And such, like, probably make it more watercolory background where the more town is kind of more in detail and such, but give in like a small pan. Actually, let me just crunch this more like this. And of course, there goes my phone as usual. Yeah, gonna be panning in more too. I'll just make a note just to pan inward. Bye. Pan inward toward together. Oops, that's off by a frame. There we go. So let's actually see how that looks.
It's the secret, the legend, the mystery. The story of my mother, which my father hides. I'm so curious and troubled by this history.
Oh, I just thought of something for this one. Actually, Fluttershy! Fluttershy, bring up your cutie patootie face! Not what I meant to do. Do the half and half. Probably have Fluttershy looking a little bit more down and such because, I mean, technically she is kind of troubled by what's been going on because, like, I mean, most of this will be shown in the very first episode, and I don't want to spoil anything by saying what's what. And such, but it's like I lost my train of thought of where I was going there. Other than making Fluttershy very sad, apparently. I seem to have a knack with making sad ponies. Okay, let's actually fix her sizing a little bit. Yeah, just fixing this little thing. Could I made the snout part a little bit, well, the muzzle part too big. Trying to make her look more like a pony, not a kitten. Oh, a little too big. And actually, while we're at it, why don't we have? I was going to say I will have to flip, but then I just realized that I got the line or the divider caught in the crossfire. There we go. That way we can kind of have a little bit more of a fade over here. And had the singing pony still kind of being joyous. Probably make her smile look a little bit more less sinister and such. Because again, it's not that she like I'm not trying to make her smile in term of like okay like she's trying to be malevolent, but it's more of like she's a performer. She had to keep that upbeat kind of person that well not really personality, but the that little upbeat sense for the not just for the song but for her audience and such. Because I don't know if anyone is familiar with that one episode where when Trixie pretty much went became such a downer because her friend Starlight pretty much well there was that one episode where Starlight and Trixie kind of got mad. Well, Trixie kind of got mad with the whole. I'm blanking out on the episode because I remember there was someone getting mad. I know Starlight got mad because Trixie kind of did the whole hat Twilight. I got one up on ya and such. And then Starlight getting mad about it, and Trixie was with her because, in a weird sense, she kind of clicked that by doing what she did, she just lost a friend who actually accepted her for who she is, and such rather than did what all the other ponies had done with the whole like the whole okay she screwed up bad so and such. So it's like, and I was losing my train of thought, but then I just remember the whole like when Trixie kind of got upset and such. Her performance really hurt. Like it wasn't really full of energy, so everyone was going like, oh, what? Like they didn't quite understood what was happening, other than like obviously it was lackluster with in term of like there was no energy and such, and that's what I'm trying to do with this. Like Fluttershy is obviously going to be a little upset because she's curious, but she's troubled because it is kind of personal to her. But yet for the singing pony, it's like again, it's not trying to be malicious or anything, but it's more of she gotta kind of get that little excitement going and such because again, she's a performer, so she kind of have to like kind of match the performance for the crowd and such. So yeah, so again, like I'm not trying to make her malicious or anything with her smiling while Fluttershy is all upset. Oh, I'm so sorry, baby girl. And that's also why it's like I'm trying to make the smile on her softer because it's like again, not malicious. She is a curious pony. Everyone is curious about what happened that fateful day and such. But it's like, of course, some shot I might start repeating because it'd just be easier to manage. This is the one part I still need to figure out. I might look at the original song, see what they did for that session.
It's the secret, the legend, the mystery, the story of my mother which my father hides. I'm so curious and troubled by this history. I wish that I could know just what took place.
Actually, probably not have her looking. Let me actually fix her head so. There we go. Still kind of got the little performer kind of knocked, and I made her head big. That's the thing. It's like when it comes to my ponies, it's either I make their head so big, or something else. Like, oh god dang, I apparently have a thing for big heads and such, and that is not to be taken out of content, please. And I gotta look a little bit more, like, not too crazy. Of course, with some of those lines there, it looks like she got wrinkly lips. Of course, it doesn't help that I kind of added some teeth. I mean, probably keep the teeth, because it adds characters. I don't know.
And troubled by this history. I wish that I could know just what took place that fateful day. Just think of all the tales that could be weaved. What's this troubling secret that they simply will not say? The forest and the beast, the queen and king.
Okay, actually, do I have any shots that could be used for this one? I have a weird feeling I do. Oh, okay, I gotta go all the way back. I could probably use something like this for the secret part. So that's like, let me just actually make a note on that, so I don't lose my train of thought at the moment of what I'm doing here. Okay, nope. I almost lost flipping. Okay, so shot 16 for that one. Such, actually, nope, not that one. What about the one that I just did with the whole, could do a close-up shot with something like this. Yeah, so then, and then this, if I fix the head, well, let me actually do that. Duplicate. Go all the way to the top. Because I do want, oh, I want to put it in that file. I'm going to put it in that folder. Sometimes these layering just drive me nuts. That there, and I put that underneath. There we go. So let's get to the period. Wish I knew what happened that fateful day. So we'll just put a blank layer there just to kind of do that. And clear that off. Wrong layer. Probably have the curtain there. Actually, I just thought of a better idea. I'll get the curtain in afterward, but I did want this pose. This pose along with the other one I wanted. To the create layer. I'll get that up there. Let's just hide that. And of course, get the pose I want. we go. Got that a little bit more aligned. I just gotta make sure we get the head. Or pretty much I can probably have it like that. And like do a little bit of the shadowing. So let's actually duplicate that so that can get merged there. That layer 36. There we go. That background's still there. Yeah.
Curious and troubled by this history. I wish that I could know just what took place that fateful day.
And then we can have her actually do the back end up, but adjust her head. And so as she's saying, just think of all the story that could be weave. It's like kind of the whole backing up like woo or something. I don't know. Of course, I had to duplicate this a lot of time, and of course get her head fixed. So okay, in this case, she's gonna be facing the audience rather than looking up. Yeah, and I do see our time is starting to run out, so let me just get this taken care of, and then we'll call it a night. Cause I do have to rest my finger still, cause it is still recovering as much as I'm doing better. And of course, pretty much mimic this a little bit so everything be lined up. Oh, pretty much if anything, one way to make sure everything is more or less set up. So let me actually fix that little top of the head. go, looking a little bit better. What's like that? I always make the head so dang big. Okay. You know? Be appreciative if you don't mess with the mojo. We're trying to get the little tufts there. So yeah, merge with that, and we'll put that over there. Become layer, become this layer. Yep. Okay, so 36A. That there, we'll duplicate that because she's technically supposed to be moving back. I don't understand why it does that when I right click. It's like, I don't want to move, I just want to. I'll also have her move back a little bit as well. And this is where the, oh, not that. This is where the onion skin come in handy. At least this way I can figure out the posing in terms of how she's going. And of course, there goes my call. So give me one moment. Yeah, sorry about that. Do have to wrap it up to a close. So let me actually just get her in position. And then do a quick switcheroo of her arm because, again, I want to get the impression that she's walking, so. Put that over there. Like I said, Frankenstein this thing. and such, but let me just quickly get this more or less taken care of. And then I'll have to call this a night for the streaming. And such, but I do hope everyone had fun watching the progress and enjoying the lovely voice acting again by Night of Breath and Sugar Cloud, or who I call Sugar. And such, I also realized the backlight needs to get adjusted too. And such, because again, give the illusion that she's walking. Yeah, like see, it's already giving the illusion that she's walking away. And such, but I'll eventually get it fixed to where it needs to go. So with that, again, I hope everyone had a fun time tonight. And this is Matt Artist